Last night, the Humber Hawks did it again. Under the watchful eye of Coach Mike Cates, the Hawks once again played the role of spoiler, sending heavily favored Laval home. With a sparkling performance from guard Shane Denny, who torched Laval for 28 points, and big-time reinforcement from the bench in the form of 6'4" Roger Scott, the Hawks made it clear they are ready for the finals. And the Waterloo Warriors better be ready for a fight.
Rogers Sportsnet presents a Canadian inter-university sport.
Kerr Hall Gymnasium is the setting for the 13th final of the DeArmon Memorial Tournament tonight between the Humber Hawks and the Waterloo Warriors. Welcome everybody to college basketball here on Sportsnet. I'm Scott Rintoul, and I have the pleasure of once again being joined by the premier basketball analyst in this country, Jack Armstrong. And Jack, enough about us. Let's get right to these teams. Tonight, for the second night in a row, we got a university team from Waterloo taking on this upstart college squad from Humber.
Well, you're right. You know, you look at Humber, this is a club that just does a terrific job with their defensive intensity, always in the right spot. Did a terrific job last night as well with their execution, pulling off a major upset of Laval, a team with better depth and athleticism, but they got their hands full tonight with Waterloo.
Yeah, they beat the number 4 ranked team in the country and the number 17 ranked team to get here, and this was a guy who was a big part of it, Shane Denny.
Oh, what a fabulous performance last night by Shane Denny. 8 of 10 from three-point range and nailing them from every different direction. Does a terrific job using the ball screen, can really create his own shot, has an exceptional ability to not only get his shot off in traffic, but in the open floor, knocking it down. A guy who can really get into the heart of the defense, create for teammates, but more importantly, he's a guy that's gonna get his shots tonight. Last night he made them. In order for Humber to win this game tonight again, he's gotta get good shots and stick them.
Yeah, Shane Denny, a guy who's in the spotlight for Humber. On the other side of the ball, we got a team that puts the team in team basketball.
Definitely. I mean, you talk about the sum more important than the parts. When you think of Waterloo, this is a club that's balanced, that can beat you in a lot of ways. Look at the scores. First round, they get 64. Second round, they get 80. They can do it with the up-tempo game. They're very disciplined in the half court. They shoot the ball exceptionally well from three-point range, and their bigs can shoot it just as well as their perimeter people.
Perfect example, this guy right here, Mike Sovereign.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, talk about a guy, trailer on your break, who can make the open three-point shot, can put it to the deck 1 and 2 bounces, real good using screens, and finding himself freed up for the open shot.
Well, we are 5 days past Christmas, but one of these teams is going home with a late present. Humber and Waterloo is coming on Sportsnet's version of Court TV. Coming up after this.
So you go to your grandma's house for Christmas and everybody's there and everybody's opening their gifts, and you open yours and you get 24 pairs of socks, 12 pairs of underwear, and one really long and really silly scarf, and you say thanks, but you're afraid to show your disappointment. So you run away from grandma's house, and while you're running away, you see the light, and you go into the Chrysler Jeep Dodge retailer and discover that you don't have to pay for 90 days on most Chrysler Jeep or Dodge vehicles. So you drive away in a 2004 Dodge Caravan for less than $20,000, and you don't feel so bad about the 24 pairs of socks, 12 pairs of underwear, and the really long, really silly scarf, and feeling very good about not paying for 90 days at the end.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the snowplow, ski bindings, speed skates, table hockey, and winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends Gasline antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
I lost my husband, who was my best friend, my soulmate. And
he told me he started smoking when he was 12 years old. We spent many times over the years begging him to quit smoking.
He used to say, well, it's my life, and
my mother's health isn't good. She never smoked a day in her life.
I have emphysema from secondhand smoke.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive.
I quit!
Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
They seem to be an up-tempo team, much like Laval was, so and as was Ottawa. So in that sense, we prepared well that way, and I think we are prepared for transition defense. They run a lot of stuff. Tommy's a good coach, very disciplined on offense, and their guys can shoot the ball pretty well. So you know, it's going to be a tough game.
Well, hopefully it's going to be an energized game. And watching Humber play, they're a very athletic, competitive, fiery team. So we've got to match that. I mean, we've got to be ready to move the ball, we've got to be able to share the ball, we've got to play with some intensity and some fire.
The coaches are ready. We're going to find out if their players are. Welcome back to Ryerson University, everybody. Here in Toronto, we're just about set for the tip-off of this final here at the Ed DeArmon Memorial Tournament. Let's take a look at the starting five for Humber Hawks. Here, Jack and Shane Denny, a guy we mentioned, but they got some other guys who can play.
Well, Hager's played very well last night, some clutch shots down the stretch, and you know, a guy has got to give them some big points tonight. I think a little bit quiet last night, 7.6 rebounds, but he's very capable of giving them big numbers.
Yeah, and Mike Cates here, I mean, this is the X factor for them, his coaching ability.
Well, you're right. He does a terrific job. He's got to make sure there's no letdown tonight. Follow the same script from last night. Defensive intensity, control the backboards.
As we look at the starting five for the Waterloo Warriors, who sticks out to you other than Mike Sovereign?
Well, you know, I think Graham Jarman obviously is a guy who can really score, can light it up, shoots the ball exceptionally well from three-point range, averaging about 14 points a game. He really can be that guy creating that offense off the bounce.
Yeah, Tom Kieswetter telling us that, you know what, it doesn't matter who steps up for as long as somebody does, because you mentioned before, some of the parts is better than just each part individually.
Absolutely, you know, and Waterloo is one of those clubs that, you know, again, their unselfishness, their ability to shoot the ball is a positive. They're not a real physical team, but they're definitely capable when they get it into a finesse-type game. And there's our officials for this evening, Scott.
Yeah, Mike Falloon, Bruce Covert, and Gary Boguski going to get the call for us tonight. And if they do a job half as good as the guys last night.
Get out of here, get the breath.
As I was going to say, if they do a job that was half as good as the guys we saw last night,
exactly.
We're in for a treat.
Crew did an excellent job last night. Let's hope these guys don't screw it up.
Well, we're hoping not to count on that. These teams are just about ready to go. They're going to introduce the starters. Take a look at where these teams rank in the conferences right now, Jack.
Well, again, you know, the positive that we have here is we have a primetime matchup here. Number 3 against number 2. Teams that have played great competition throughout. And this is just another building block for both programs as they go further into the season. When you play elite teams, not only do you have to take your game to another level, you get exposed as well. You learn what you're weak at, and now it's something you can improve upon as you go along into your conference play and, more importantly, into postseason play.
Now, Waterloo's not a ranked team like the two that Humber has already faced. Any chance of a letdown from Humber tonight?
I don't think so. I think the opportunity to, you know, to play for a championship, it should be enough to make you come out and be fired up. Plus, you know, we were laughing about it last night, but guys know they're on TV. I mean, they know they're all over the province tonight, so of course they're going to give it their A game.
Oh yeah, you could see some of the guys in the warm-up. They were getting pumped up. They were singing to the tunes out there. They know that they're being shot by these cameras.
Absolutely, and you know, it's an opportunity to showcase your skills, not only to your family and friends, but you know, to your peers, the teams that you play against, and the other coaches. And you know, when you look at this guy right here, you know, Sovereign for you know, for Waterloo, and then obviously Denny. This is a guy that flat out tonight, Waterloo's got to do a good job. Any screen sequence, get through it. Don't give him easy opportunities on pick and roll sequences, and find him in transition.
Yeah, he is averaging 23 points a game in this tournament. No doubt as to why he is the 5th leading scorer in all of Ontario colleges.
Well, not only that, last night he had 6 assists. So he's scoring, he's hooking teammates up, and you know, this should be a fun one.
Get a chance to see Humber in their dark uniforms tonight, and the gold for Waterloo. So we're set for the opening tip, and it is won by Humber. Shane Denny going to get his hands on the ball early. The guy over to Meek Young, back to Denny. Denny going to try to maybe get off early here.
Waterloo starting off in a little zone.
Denny, of course, 22 in the first half last night, and he was the spark plug. Matched the number on his jersey, as you adeptly pointed out. Denny trying to create. He's going to let fly from the outside. Rims out. Board to Waterloo.
Solid job in his zone that time by Waterloo. The other night, Humber struggled against his zone against Ottawa.
And what we're looking for here is that ball movement. These guys really know how to pass it around. Sovereign goes to the rack strong, but he is denied. And that's Bagai with the rebound. Denny going to push it up the court. Meek Young up top. Back to Denny. Guarded by Graham Jarman.
Again, Waterloo in the zone. Good job by Denny pulling it out and trying to recognize the front of the defense to make sure he was running his own offense accordingly.
The guy going to put it on the floor, goes to the rip. Deflected on the way up, and Jarman's going to bring it back, and they're trying to get out and run. Swing it over to Dave Monkley. We're number 32. Monkley going to take his first shot, and he's going to find the bottom of the net. First 3 points of the game. That one was all the way outside.
Monkley 28% on the season from three-point range, but you got to love the lefty with the sweet stroke. This time a little 1-2-2 zone trap by Waterloo.
And Jarman comes up with the steal. He's going all the way to the rack. Uncontested for the breakaway layup. 5-0 early here at Ryerson.
You gotta love it. Waterloo, the Warriors jumping them that time at the little trap, little 1-3-1. And Humber just bailing them out that time. Poor execution against it.
Brian Nickel this time, the man with the steal. He goes up with the left hand. Hacked in the act. He's gonna go to the line for a pair.
If you're Mike Cates right now in the Humber Hawks, you gotta really do a good job of recognizing what defense they're in. So far, you know, Waterloo has changed the looks of their defense, a little bit of zone, a few traps, and Humber a little bit on their heels right now in terms of their offense.
Yeah, Waterloo's been able to get out and run already, and that's something that Tom Kieswetter mentioned to us before the game. That's something they'd like to do, something Laval tried to do last night.
Well, Tom Kieswetter also understands the fact he doesn't have a tough physical team. This is a team that's more finesse-oriented, so you got to scramble people a little bit with your defense and use what you have best, and that is don't allow Humber to get into a rhythm offensively. Take them out of it, and the way you do that is change your looks defensively, throw your traps, get some scoring opportunities off your D.
Ryerson looking for the first points of the game for Humber, and it's going to be Denny who's going to try and create. He finds wide open Aaron Haugus, goes up, gets his first bucket of the night, and they're on the scoreboard, 6-2.
Haugus real crafty along the baseline. He quick dribble, has a nice release on his shot, plays the game under control. I like it.
Nice quick ball movement, but Michael Davis can't finish underneath. Humber maybe got away with one there. They didn't rotate quick enough.
Right about that. Good opportunity that time by Waterloo. Got to finish that inside.
Haugus now off the dribble, going to pull up. Rattles out. But Neria serves there, can't find the putback, but he gets his own rebound, and that's one area they were very, very effective in last night on the offensive glass.
Definitely. I mean, really making it happen on the offensive boards. 18 offensive boards, and right where he left off last night, Mr. Denny with the trifecta.
You got it, the money man, and he was cash on that. 3-ball cuts the lead to 6-5. Make it 8-5 there. There's Mike Sovereign showing that sweet jumper from outside.
Well, Sovereign, yeah, you know, and he has a three-point range shooting 45% from three, so he's developed the ability to put it to the deck, one bounce, shoot the mid-range shot, and he has that.
Denny got in a bit of trouble there, tried to force a pass, got the ball knocked out. Probably could have come down with it there because the ball was knocked out of his hands.
Yep. Forced the issue, but Waterloo doing a good job forcing turnovers. That's their third forced turnover already.
Haven't seen much so far from Bagai. He is a guy that needs to get going inside for Humber. There he is trying to get hold of that ball, and he ends up tipping it out. Waterloo's going to retain possession.
The guy's got to be physical on that block out that time. Davis was able to get his hand on it. Ball's going to come off long on the weak side. You got to get the rebounder out of there.
Mike Sovereign from downtown. He's got a quick 5 and puts the Warriors up by 6.
Is he impressive or what? I mean, putting it to the deck, creating a shot. That time, a quick catch and shoot. Sweet stroke. He's got range. Beautiful mechanics and form on his game.
A nice rhythm.
Yep.
The way he catches, plants, and shoots. There's Bagai establishing the presence inside. Strong move to the basket.
You're right, and they need to get him some quality touches deep inside. Waterloo not real strong inside. Go at him.
There's last year's OUA West Rookie of the Year, Mike Davis, kicks it back out to Sovereign, guarded by Bagay.
Davis, a very good defender, good athlete, strong.
That wasn't a good shot for Davis, unfortunately. It's probably a little bit outside his range, and Haugus is going to bring it back the other way. Humber, a team that's not going to get out and run as much as Waterloo, but they will hurt you in transition if you don't get back defensively. And this guy will hurt you from all parts of the floor. Shane Denny, another three. He's got 6 quick.
Well, you know, Waterloo, again, just like we saw last night in Laval, you have to make sure you play the ball screen appropriately. You give Denny that shot off the screen, he's going to nail it.
Dave Munkley trying to create, tries to get the pass. Michael Davis wasn't ready for it. Humber's got themselves a turnover. 11-10 the score here early. 5 minutes into the first half. Humber looking to take their first lead of the game. Tamik Young from outside. Can't find the basket. Waterloo back the other way, and they're out and running. This is Graham Jarman. Gonna pull up and set up the offense. Munkley now. Swings it over. Davis for 3. Ooh, he hit glass. You don't like to see that from the outside, Jack.
Way too much glass on that, but you know, Waterloo trying to be methodical. They set a lot of screens in their offense. Good movement off the ball by their cutters. That's not the shot.
The guy puts it on the floor again, switches hands in the air. Nice little right-hander floater in the lane. But right back the other way comes Brian Nickel, can't finish. And here comes Aaron Haugus.
No numbers there. Good decision by Haugus pulling it out. But guy in that last possession, that's what they got to see more of. The aggressive play off the bounce. Oh my goodness.
3 in a row from downtown for Shane Denny. Does he like the television or what?
I think he's a little bit of a ham. He loves playing on TV, and he hit that shot from Oakville, man.
And I think they're gonna sit down and talk about this one on the Waterloo bench. Check out Shane Denny again.
He hit it from another area code, Scott.
He's heating up. It's 15-11 early Humber.
Fence and Ben Horn, weeknights at 6:30 on Sportsnet News.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, 43 years of age, and he's smoking like his father. Lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
Introducing Molson Ultra. Give up only the carbs.
Go!
Just same thing. I think what won us the game yesterday was just playing hard defense. We made big stops when we needed to get big stops. We rebounded the ball really well. And then from there, the offense is just going to come, right? We're going to score naturally, but we got to play really good D. That's the most important part.
Shane Denny. I mean, this guy, to steal a nickname from Deion Sanders, is prime time, Jack.
He sure is. Forget this defense talk, man. He's just knocking down a Jimmy. He's carrying his squad right now, but you know, you're right. I mean, I joke about it, but this Humber club, they're very fundamentally sound defensively. They understand what their responsibilities are. They're in the proper spots off the ball to provide assistance on penetration, on rotations. They do a good job with it. And Waterloo right there, they have to make some adjustments in terms of their perimeter defense because way too soft, giving Denny too much room. Make him a ball handler. Do not give him any space to get a shot off. Make him put it to the floor and be a driver. Don't let him set up and get in a rhythm shooting the ball.
Here's a guy who'd like to get in a rhythm. Mike Sovereign can't find it there, but he chases down his own rebound, tips it to Jarman. Second chance opportunity here for Waterloo. Swinging all the way around side of Gerald McGinnis. Inside there, that's Andrew Coachworth, first deuce of the night. He almost looks like a clone of Sovereign out there.
Yeah, you know, he's played very well in this tournament. He's got 21 points, 18 rebounds, 6 of them offensive rebounds in the 3 games in this tournament. So very productive off the bench.
Very smooth shooter, and he takes his hairstyle from Sovereign.
I like the hairdo. These guys all got the very fashionable look.
Yeah, they're very fashion conscious. We'll get into that a little bit later. Sir can't hit in the lane. Waterloo's going to push it back the other way, and it's DeArmon going to take it all the way to the rack. Strong gets it to go, and he's going to go to the line.
Well, they're going to call the basket and then go the other way with the charge. And I am not a fan of that call whatsoever. You know, let's get off the fence here. You know, either it's a basket and a foul, 3-point play opportunity for Graham DeArmon, or if it's a charge, one or the other. It's a bailout call for the officials. One or the other. You know.
Got to reward the little guy for going strong to the rack, don't you?
It's either black or white. No gray area here. You know, it's red light, green light. You know what I'm saying?
August going baseline like you talked about earlier, and he finishes with the left hand.
Smooth as silk.
17-15 now, Humber on top. McGinnis on the outside. Inside to Coachworth. Tries to spin, nothing there. Swing it back around to DeArmon. He's going to jack from outside. In and out. Nice board there by Jamal Fletcher's now checked into the game. Denny going to bring it up, and like you said, they need to make him work a little bit.
Yep.
The guy again taking it off the floor and going inside.
Good tough defense inside by Waterloo. The guy's got to continue to drive the ball to the basket, but be willing to absorb the physical play inside of Waterloo.
DeArmon now on the outside. Looks for McGinnis, baseline. Little fall away, in and out. Sovereign though with the offensive board. Reset on top.
The guy on the weak side, again, has got to be more physical on his blockouts. That's twice they've climbed his back and gotten opportunities for second shots.
And this tonight a matchup against Mike Sovereign, who isn't a strong inside player like he had to face last night. We're going to take a break and let these teams talk it over. 17-15 is your score here at Ryerson. Humber still on top.
I lost my husband, who was my best friend, my soulmate. And
he told me he started smoking when he was 12 years old. We spent many times over the years begging him to quit smoking.
He used to say, well, it's my life, and
my mother's health isn't good. She never smoked a day in her life.
I have emphysema from secondhand smoke.
So you go to your grandma's house for Christmas, and everybody's there, and everybody's opening their gifts, and you open yours, and you get 24 pairs of socks, 12 pairs of underwear, and one really long and really silly scarf, and you say thanks, but you're afraid to show your disappointment. So you run away from grandma's house, and while you're running away, you see the light, and you go into the Chrysler Jeep Dodge retailer and discover that you don't have to pay for 90 days on most Chrysler Jeep or Dodge vehicles. So you drive away in a 2004 Dodge Caravan for less than $20,000, and you don't feel so bad about the 24 pairs of socks, 12 pairs of underwear, and the really long, really silly scarf, and feeling very good about not paying for 90 days at the end.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive.
I quit!
Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
He's a good coach because he really lets us do our thing. He doesn't tell us what to do. He lets us ad-lib and play our own games out there. As long as we're playing as a team, he's happy with the way we're playing, and he always gives us confidence whatever we do.
Tom Kieswetter letting his guys play their style. We talked about the style of their hair, but you got to like the way he lets them spread it around and let them find their own shots.
He's a good coach. I mean, you know, he understands he's got skilled offensive players, so he really tries to encourage them to push the ball. They have good spacing in their offense. They set a lot of screens. And I think a lot of times when you have skilled players, the most important thing is they don't play looking back at the bench. They know what they want to do, and they do it. You know, because a lot of times if you play looking over your shoulder, I think it inhibits your ability to really be creative offensively. And this club just has a nice free-flowing style to what they do, entertaining.
And they don't seem upset to come out of the game because, as we've seen, they like to spread the minutes around the entire team.
And they respect each other. They have good teammates, and everybody shares the ball, so they know they're going to get their shots and their opportunity.
Coatsworth now looking to create good defensive intensity here by Humber. McGinnis going to take it off the dribble. The bank is open for McGinnis, and he knots this game at 17 apiece.
A little window there for McGinnis.
Jamal Fletcher dribbling now. Shane Denny getting an early rest. And Jamal Fletcher hits from downtown. He's wearing 21, but he looks like he should be wearing 22 with that stroke.
The same play. What do they do? The ball screen up top. And again, Waterloo, a little soft in their coverage. You got to get out and attack it. Make that guy off the screen, put it to the deck.
Sovereign double team. Ball tipped away, and here comes Humber.
That's the
Samson Downey now.
Absence of that physical play that Sovereign, you know, in his game, he's more of a finesse player and doesn't finish around the basket as much.
Morris Spence unable to get that shot to go from the outside. Waterloo going to take over on their own baseline.
Quiet tonight, Roger Scott. Big Daddy. A little quiet after a huge night last night. How about the game he had last night? 16 points, 12 rebounds, 7 of those boards were offensive. Huge effort for the Hawks.
There's a huge shot for the Warriors. Downtown ties this game up. Mike Sovereign.
I mentioned Sovereign inside. Sometimes doesn't finish, not real physical and tough around the basket, but boy, you let him face up, he breaks your back. Ultra skilled.
And as a former coach, I'm sure you'll trade 3 for 2.
Yeah, particularly if the guy can make them.
Downey tries to penetrate, ball stripped away. They're going to call a foul there. Looks like it might be on Matt Kieswetter.
You know, Samson Downey gave Humber real good minutes last night. 17 points, only a point and an assist, but it was his presence, just a gritty defender, kind of a glue guy, just keeps things together, not looking to take a lot of shots, just gets his teammates involved, understands and accepts his role.
And almost as importantly, he gives a guy like Shane Denny a chance to sit on the bench and have a rest.
Yeah, and you know what, and at the same time when the guy comes in, he doesn't come in saying, man, it's my show, I'm the guy, I got to get 20 shots, I got to get 18 points. No, just comes in, settles things down, understands that he's option 4 or 5 on the floor, just gets his teammates involved. And that's what you want from your backup point guard. Very reliable.
And he converts both attempts from the stripe. 2-point edge now for Humber. Kieswetter now, son of the head coach for Waterloo. McGinnis on the outside, that's Sovereign. He's going to fade away, gets that to go, and that's a smooth stroke from the baseline.
I mean, the defense is closing out on it relatively well. Joseph coming out to get the shot contested. Sovereign at 6'7" size, the ability to shoot over the D, the quick trigger.
Yeah, he's a tall drink of water, and that water going down easy right now. Loose ball, Roger Scott picks it up inside to Fletcher. Tough on the reverse, can't get it to go, but he's going to shoot a pair.
Nice pass that side, inside by Big Daddy Roger Scott, and the strong take inside Fletcher. Acrobatic, but he'll shoot 2. Nice look inside. Look at Fletcher avoiding the defense, trying to finish on a wraparound, but he'll go to shoot for 2.
Yeah, he's a streaky shooter, according to his coach. He's a first-year player, but when he gets on a streak, first round of this tournament against Ottawa, he was very effective down the stretch, got some very big points in that big win over the 7th-ranked team in the country.
He's in there for his defense. He's got great lateral quicks, wingspan, athletic, good hops, plays at a high level intensity-wise. He stepped on the line that time, Scott.
Yeah, he hits the back end, but they're going to call him for a violation.
Step over that line. Now Humber extended the defense here. A little 1-2-2.
We haven't seen this from them very much. Waterloo reacts pretty well, passes it around. They didn't try to dribble through that, which I'm sure the coach Tom Kieswetter
They're organized. They don't get frazzled.
And a lot of times when you see that trap yourself in practice, you know how to react to it. Edwards going to pull up. He's a physical guy, but looking like a smooth stroker down there.
Well, he shoots 47% on the season. The reason why is he only takes good shots. That time he got into his range, one bounce, took a high percentage look, Scott.
And they'll be looking for some physical play inside from him. One of the few guys that Tom Kieswetter said is a physical banger.
Here comes Denny. Can't keep him on the bench too long.
No, you can't. Not when he's lighting the lamp like he has been tonight. And last night. And the night before.
Exactly. Lighting the lamp. What is that, a hockey term there?
There's many lamps up there in the scoreboard.
Man, come on.
Many lamps up there in the scoreboard.
There's a
there
lamp.
It is. There it is.
Another trifecta. Same thing. Ball screen.
Kieswetter going to try to answer. Can't do it. Fletcher. Nice job to extend up and get that board. Denny now going to push up. Fakes off to Fletcher. They get it down inside to Scott. Going to the rack. Big Daddy.
Roger Scott. You know, he's got the mobility to put it on the floor and just elusive inside. Strong take.
Kieswetter now.
He might be the king of the Roger Scott fan club there. I mean, I just love how he plays.
Coatsworth now from outside. Didn't like the shot when he released it. He ran in after that. And they're going to keep the ball because they had a little bit of defensive hustle. They'll have a chance to talk it over. Shane Denny, how do you guard this guy? Nobody's done it yet. Humber up.
Donyell Marshall and the Raptors. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. The Home Depot Raptors basketball. Tonight at 9.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, 43 years of age, and he smoking like his father. Lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
Illegal music sites have viruses that can do a lot of damage. Come to Canada's new safe, no-virus sites to download your music.
Available at puretracks.com. Donyell Marshall and the Raptors. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. The Home Depot Raptors basketball. Tonight at 9.
Against Laval, we were basically expected to lose. I think Laval is ranked 3rd or 4th in the country, so we went in as the underdog, so basically we didn't really feel any pressure, right? They had all the pressure on them, but then when we were winning, and when they were supposed to be winning, we started to feel a little bit of that pressure, but I think we dealt with that really well.
Yeah, and Mike Cates' squad, if people didn't know who they were before, they certainly do now. There's no way Waterloo's taking these guys for granted just because they're a college team. That's just a name, Jack.
It sure is. When it all matters is when you get out on the floor and you toss it up and you play. And reputation and rankings and all that nonsense doesn't mean squat.
Yeah, Humber proving that in this tournament. See how Waterloo responds down by 3 here with 7:47 to go in the first half. Dave Monkley back into the game. Looks for DeArmon on the baseline. He's going to jack. Can't get the roll to go. Jonathan Joseph, big board underneath, was stripped, but they're going to call a touch foul underneath.
See, but Joseph, even though he gets that foul call, he's got to get the ball up shin level or above. When you bring that ball down and those little gnats, those little guys start reaching in on you, you're going to have problems.
You just saw a shot of Dave Monkley's socks. He sets the style for the socks for this team, Jack. I call those the Monkleys.
Yeah, the Monkleys, huh?
That's a new term. We're going to use that tonight, the Monkleys.
The Monkleys.
It's caught on with Graham DeArmon, his teammate, too. I can see he's wearing the ankle braces outside of the high socks as well.
Walt Williams played in the NBA, played in University of Maryland. He used to have the high socks going.
The Wizard. I don't know if either of these guys shoot it as well as Walt does.
Yeah.
But that's a long-range bomb. We're talking Walt Williams range, and Sampson down. He couldn't get it to go. Shot clock winding down. Had to try to get something.
That's right. A little blast in the past there. A little trivia.
That's outside of most people's range where he just shot that ball from.
That is from Oakville right there. We are in, obviously, the city of Toronto.
Yes, we are. And that's where Dave Monkley would like to get his team a victory in this tournament. He's going to go to the line to try to get this one a little closer. Fouled on the jump shot. It's not going to make Mike Cates very happy.
Monkley's just a real crafty guy, understands how to use screens, can create his own shot off the bounce. And, you know, he just does it within the flow of things. He's real skilled, and that's a positive. That's the thing about, you look at Waterloo, it's their greatest strength, I think, as a team, other than their unselfishness. They have so many guys that can put it to the floor, 1 or 2 bounces, keep the defense at bay. Everybody can shoot it. They stretch your defense out nicely.
And whether it's Monkley or Graham Jarman, as we just saw a minute ago, it's a different guy in every night for this team. Monkley unable to hit on the first one. This is a good free throw shooting team on the season. They haven't shot great in this tournament, but they got 3 guys who shoot over an 83% clip on the year.
You're right. In the tournament, they've averaged 72 points, and they've only shot 38% from the field in the tournament, but their big strength has been the fact they've out-rebounded people, getting 17 offensive rebounds a game, and on the flip side, their defense has been terrific, Scott, in this tournament. 50 points a game, holding their opponents to 31%. So both sides of the ball effective.
Yeah, both these teams have rebounded very well in the tournament. They've out-rebounded each game, and they both filled it up a little bit, too, as Aaron Haggis just puts the Hawks up by 4.
6 points for Haggis there.
Nice little dish underneath to number 44, Andrew Westlake, who's into the game, and he's going to go to the line.
You know, and DeArmon could have shot that right there. He has an opportunity to shoot a layup on the right side. Instead, makes the unselfish pass to Westlake. And watch him right here. I mean, you know, pump fake, he could do that, but instead he makes that next pass. That's the beauty of this, again, this Waterloo team. Giving up the good one to get the great one.
Got to hit your foul shots, though, as Westlake misses the first of the 2-shot opportunity.
Westlake out of Sarnia.
Gets the back end to go, and Humber now leads by 3 over Waterloo. There's that press we talked about. They're going to pressure the ball, try to keep it out of Denny's hands. Haggis happy to take advantage of that and bring the ball over.
Can't kill your dribble that far for the basket.
The guy comes all the way out to get this.
And then the big guy is normally the pressure release. That guy comes out because the guy guarding him is not going to play great D 50 feet from the basket. Loosen up the D.
The guy now back where he belongs underneath. Gives it up to Sur. Can't hit the open look.
Shots. He's got some good shots in his tournament.
Here comes Brian Nickel the other way. Out to Monkley. Looked like he had a foot on the line. They're going to count that a 2. Nice looking shot, though, from the outside.
That was nice.
Now by just a single point.
You know, when he caught it originally, he really wasn't set. So what he did is he used that dribble, got to the open space, got his feet and shoulders squared to the basket. Nice elevation. Excellent fundamental play.
And you look at how much they're making Denny work for his shots now. When you got to dribble that much, it takes a little bit out of your legs when you go to pull up from outside.
Good defense that time by Nickel as well, stretching him out east-west.
Nice looking dish, but a foul is called on the dribble. That'll be the 4th team foul for Humber. And that's something they've done very well. They spread their fouls out over the games we've seen, Jack, and they haven't allowed teams to get into the bonus very early.
Yep. Good little bit of playmaking there by DeArmon. I mean, we talked to me before about key players, and he's a guy that plays off the ball, but he just has great guard skills.
Monkley's in the Monkleys, and they're looking good underneath the hoop.
Monkley showed a little game inside. He's got the skilled perimeter game. Now saying, you know, I got a little bit of something inside as well.
You got a game like that, you can have style like those socks he wears. The guy going strong off the glass, gets it to go, restores the lead.
The guy's accepted the challenge tonight. A lot more aggressive, a little more pep in his step, both on the perimeter in terms of driving it and posting it up, attacking the rack.
Pep in his step, I like that.
A little, you know what I'm saying? A little something there.
Gonna call that foul on Haggis, 15 foul for Humber. Nice game here early, 31-30, both teams trading punches, going back and forth. Neither team letting those big runs go off, as we've seen in a couple of the other games.
Watch Monkley just turn the corner, nice strong take to the basket, and again the ability, the mobility to put the ball on the floor, and he had one-on-one coverage in the post to help late getting there. Good spacing in the offense by Waterloo, stretching the defense out, allowing him that one-on-one opportunity.
DeArmon fights for the ball underneath, and for his efforts, he's going to be rewarded with a pair of shots from the charity stripe.
Breakdown defensively that time on the part of Humber on the inbound play, and again, we talk about DeArmon, kind of just does everything well, and that time doing an exceptional job moving out the ball, presenting himself, taking it strong.
2 quick fouls for Haugas. That gives him 3 on the night, and he's going to come out of this game in a second. Jamal Fletcher check in. Early foul trouble for number 31.
And he's played well so far. Haugas, you know, gives you a little bit of scoring punch, the ability to put it to the deck and drive it, makes the open shot, gives you good length and quickness defensively. Hurts not having him in the game now.
DeArmon now with 6 on the night, and he's given Waterloo a lead as Haugas now will have to watch from the bench. Oh. Shane Denny bowls over DeArmon, no call.
Thud!
Now we'll see some physicality, Jack. Now we'll see it.
Who's the hammer and who's the nail? You know what I'm saying?
Another Waterloo player down on the far side. That time it's Tamik Young putting Brian Nickel to the ground. Denny trying to go inside, can't get the reverse to go.
I
And
was
here
going
comes
home if that thing went in.
Waterloo.
He's made enough crazy shots.
DeArmon with the pull-up in transition, won't go. Tamik Young comes down with the board.
Tough shot that time by Denny on the other end, off the back cut.
Well, the way he's been shooting it and putting everything he touches in, I guess you can afford to try a few of those.
You know, even though Waterloo gets called for the foul here, and that time Humber set the double ball screen out top, giving Denny the opportunity to use either screen. They did a better job of being aggressive. Oh!
Look
I
at
like
Denny.
that. I think the hammer was Mr. Denny and the nail was Mr. DeArmon.
I'm going to concur with you on that one, Mr. Armstrong.
There you go. Being very formal here.
Sir now, looking to go inside.
Stick that!
Little 2-man game. He's going to go, and there's the bottom of the basket.
He's really struggled. I mean, last night didn't score. Tonight he's missed some gimmies. Got to establish yourself on the floor. You can't play 4-on-5. That'll help boost his confidence.
Yeah, and if you're a jump shooter like that, that's what you need, confidence. Sovereign, little pump fake's going to go to the line. Nice job to get Sir in the air.
You know, what's the beauty of a pump fake? A shot fake is a shot not taken. You get the defense to react. You do everything you do when you shoot it normally, with the exception of letting it go. And now the defense, you evoke a response from them. You get them to bite on it.
And it works when you are able to hit those shots early, as Sovereign has tonight.
Remember a guy like Larry Bird? He was so good. It was almost like he was playing in slow motion. He's such a great shooter. You got to respect his ability to stick the shot long range. So you use the pump fake, the defense bites, and bang, now you get your mid-range game opened up.
Sovereign hits the second of his 2 free throws. We are tied at 33 here with 3:36 to go.
Lots of threes here.
Lots of threes. 3, 3, 3, 3.
And a 6.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive.
Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the igloo. Snowshoes. Toboggan. Snowmobile. Zipper. And winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
For the first time ever, the United States has become the first nation to walk on the moon.
Houston, I'm just gonna try and hit this golf ball. Huh?
about that, eh?
Be sure and stick around for the second half of Court TV here on Sportsnet as the Toronto Raptors are in Denver to take on Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. They're a fun team to watch, and both these teams have been fun so far. Great game so far, 33-33 as we mentioned before the break, and the shooting stats right now very indicative of that.
You're right, Scott. I mean, 50% for Humber and 46% from the field for Waterloo. Waterloo has only turned the ball over one time, so they have done a great job with their execution. And you're right, well-played game. Two teams with skilled players, well coached. They play hard defensively. I think this baby's going to come right down to the wire.
Looks like they're going to try to execute a little bit of press here. They're going to make Denny work again. McGinnis, the man now charged with guarding Mr. Primetime Denny. Young now looks for Denny. He's got room. He's going to fire. Can't find the range on that shot. Ball goes to the floor, and Waterloo, a couple guys down there diving for it. Coachworth and Young for Humber, but Waterloo is going to get the ball now. Like to see guys going down to the floor, though, if you're a coach.
Definitely. Get those floor burns. Showing the toughness.
They hurt in the shower, but they feel a lot better if you win.
Absolutely.
Monkley now. Can't find anything baseline. So Sovereign will try.
Good defense.
And gets called for the travel. Like he jumped a little there on that drop step.
Sure did a good job on him that time. Really extended. You know, you make a shot, you get a little bit more confident in what you're doing defensively as well. You start bringing your passion a little bit more to the gym then.
Sir going to look inside. Not a great entry pass as the guy had not established position.
No, and you know, the defense is playing the play. They know you're going to go high-low that time, so open shot and stick it.
Jarman sticks that one. He's off to a nice start here. Graham Jarman with 8 points now.
I like this guy. I mean, he just kind of takes what the defense gives him, and rugged.
Been very strong inside for a guy who isn't that tall.
Yeah, well, he's a strong kid, though. You look at his upper body, he's rugged, takes the hit, aggressive, tough.
This guy can hit you. Shane Denny, they're trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Waterloo. Look at three guys extend, try to take that shot away.
Well, it's good. Good perimeter defense. Make someone else beat you. You know, that time they ran a little handoff play, and Waterloo really came out. You made the point, Scott. 3 yellow shirts attacking Denny. But what happens now? He's got to give the ball up, and now secondary players. You know, that time Young missing the shot from the right corner. Now they got to beat you. So if you're Waterloo, that's exactly what you got to do. Get the ball out of the hands of Denny. Pick and roll sequences, jump them. But if you don't jump them, at least go over the top of it.
Very strong move by Young as Humber looks to establish that inside game. They've got your guy, Big Daddy Scott, back into the game now as well. McGinnis fades to the corner. Can't find the shot, though. Jarman, great work underneath to pick up an offensive board. He's going to go for 3, and he's going to find 3.
I mentioned before, he's strong, he's tough, he's got a nose for the ball, and he's one of those guys that'll fill the stat sheet. At the end of the game, you'll look up and say, how'd that all happen? But he's a winner.
The lid certainly not on the jar for Mr. Jarman right now.
I like that. I like that.
The guy forced into a turnover, and here comes Waterloo. Sovereign hands off to Jarman. He's got the hot hand, why not? Back to Sovereign on the outside. Jarman working a little baseline. Oh, tough move inside.
Move. And I tell you what, Waterloo just put on a clinic there in terms of ball reversal, side, top side, side, top side. Look at a quick swing, recognizes the defense, gets into the heart of it, invites contact, draws the foul from Bagai. But the movement of the offense on the perimeter got the Humber defense out of sorts, and now that sets up the opportunity then to put it to the deck and create off the bounce as DeArmon makes the first free throw. But this is the thing I really enjoy about Waterloo, just their unselfish play, but more importantly, the quick swings and the ball movement. Sets it all up.
He's got those old school socks, and he used that old school 2-footed jump stop. He's a good-looking player here.
Like Freddie Fundamental.
He's leading the game now for both teams in scoring. He's got 13. The guy finds Jamal Fletcher, can't handle the pass, but he grabs his own drop, and there's Tamik Young from the outside starting to heat up and getting some much-needed points from a different source.
Waterloo had him on the ropes that time, but they didn't cover on the perimeter, and bang, now it's back to 2 points.
And Humber's going to need somebody to step up the way Roger Scott stepped up last night, and right now, one of those guys is Tamik Young.
Big Daddy with the rock right now.
Fletcher, quick move into the paint. You talk about inviting contact, he went there strong.
Good point, Scott. You know, an interesting thing, if you're Humber right now, you got to look and say, you're going up against people that aren't real mobile defensively in terms of one-on-one assignments. So therefore, you got to look to attack with the dribble, use it as a weapon, have good spacing in your offense. And now watch the quick swing here and the good, hard move to the basket that time by Fletcher. He knows he's got a matchup advantage that time in terms of his quick first step against a slower defender laterally. Use it.
You still got to like the fact that Coatsworth stepped in the lane there if your keys were. Don't let him take that easy layup.
Yep.
Make him earn it. So far he's done that as he hits the first shot.
0.4 second differential shot clock, game clock here. So if you're Waterloo right now, milk this baby, last shot, go in the locker room, up 1.
And the way they pass the ball around, be very surprising if they do, in fact, let fly early. 1 point lead, 40-39 as the clock winds down here in the first half. 13 seconds to go as DeArmon works on Fletcher on the outside.
Good discipline here. Again, get the last shot of the half.
High screen by Sovereign, kick to him. Gets the 3 to go, and that's exactly what they were looking for as we head to break. Denny tries the desperation 3. I don't even know if he got it off on time.
Beautiful. Clock management, Scott. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They're just a great ball movement. Final shot. Knocking it down. Here he is. Sovereign. Nailing it. That's how you do it.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the snowplow, ski bindings, speed skates, table hockey, and winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
What were we thinking about when we gave the Kia Sedona a more powerful standard engine? What were we thinking about when we gave it the best warranty in the business and packed it full of features? What were we thinking about when we designed it to receive a quadruple 5-star safety rating? What were we thinking? We were thinking about Scott, Nanny, Poppy, Uncle Larry, Derek, Eric, Dad, and Mr. Mophead. The always family-friendly Kia Sedona. Take advantage of great purchase financing or lease rates today.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the igloo. Snowshoes. Toboggan. Snowmobile. Zipper. And winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
Introducing Molson Ultra. Give up only the carbs.
The excitement of the college bowl season is here. The tackles are a little harder, the play a little faster. See the NCAA's best football players in the game that could make or break their season. Arkansas takes on Missouri in the Independence Bowl. Tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern, 8:30 Atlantic on Rogers Sportsnet.
Jamie Campbell and Brad Fair with you at halftime. I went to Ryerson. I can assure you I never stepped foot inside that gym. I was too busy at a pub called I forget what it's called.
Too many broadcasters going there to churn out a good basketball team. A tournament that we're keeping an eye on, obviously the championship final, second half on the way, but another tournament that we're keeping an eye on, everybody is in this country. Canadian juniors had an exceptionally intense practice today, preparing for that first place showdown with the Czech Republic. They have a lot of respect for that team.
Yeah, they have lots of individual skill. They're strong. They got lots of speed. They play a similar game to us too, so it's going to be a battle out there.
The big thing, I think, if we can forecheck them well, they're not going to be able to get on our own zone. And we have to be patient too. They're going to be patient on neutral zone. They wait for turnovers, so we have to be smart enough to make some short play, chip, and keep the puck low.
The key is going to be to really work well, and they got to play our game. We don't have to play their game.
That pub was called Oakham House, by the way. It was easy to laugh at the Denver Nuggets when they wore the rainbow uniforms. No one laughs anymore. The Nuggets are a force in the NBA and will host the Raptors here on Sportsnet 65 minutes from now.
I think as a rookie, you tend to get caught up in, okay, this is what they expect of me, so I have to go out and do it. And sometimes they put expectations that's a little higher than you need to try to shoot for as a rookie. And I think you'll reach that goal without any pressure if you just play your game, and I think he's done that.
I think his game is just real. I mean, he's a versatile player. He got size, he can post, he can dribble, he can shoot. I mean, he got the complete package, and the thing about him, he's still young, and I'm glad I'm only going to play like 5 or 6 more years, because after about those many years, he's going to be unstoppable.
Hut Gaming coming up moments from now. A game being witnessed right now on Sportsnet East features Ottawa and Boston. There's Glenn Murray smacking the post. Bruins get themselves a power play, but the Senators working it shorthanded, and Schaefer challenges Raycroft. Shorthanded again are the Senators, and special teams coming through. Look at that nasty giveaway, and is that a pretty goal? Todd White behind the back, through the legs, whatever it is you want to do. 1-0 Ottawa after 1.
We've also got the Oilers in Minnesota on the Sportsnet West later on. Busy night for us. Back to the Shermanator and Jack up.
Spence and Ben Horde, weeknights at 6:30 on Sportsnet News.
Illegal music sites have viruses that can do a lot of damage. Come to Canada's new safe, no-virus sites to download your music.
Available at puretracks.com.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the snowplow, ski bindings, speed skates, table hockey, and winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, who's 43 years of age, and he, smoking like his father, lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
For the first time ever, the United States has become the first nation to walk on the moon.
Houston, I'm just gonna try and hit this golf ball. Huh?
Uh-oh. Ottawa, we have a problem here.
I am Canadian!
Sorry about that, eh?
No one knows Buckley's like the people who use it, so we thought who better to help us answer a few letters.
Dear Buckley's, I always use your Buckley's mixture when I have a cold because it works to relieve my cough and congestion. But just like your slogan says, it tastes awful. Have you ever thought of making it taste good? The idea is to get well. Who cares about the taste? And it works.
Buckley's. It tastes awful, and it works.
A reminder to stick around for some Raptors basketball here on Sportsnet following our game here at Ryerson University. Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors in Denver to play those baby blue Nuggets tonight at 9 o'clock. But right now, we are here at Ryerson where Tom Kieswetter's Waterloo Warriors have a 4-point lead at the break. Tom, the team's trading punches all the way back and forth there through the first half. What did you like about the way your team played in the first half?
Oh, I thought we shared the ball. We were moving the ball well. We're running some systems. We're executing some pretty good screens and getting some open shooters, and we need to do that.
Just 2 turnovers. You got to be happy with the way the team protected the ball as well.
Yes, they're doing a good job. We're being strong because that's pressure defense we're playing against right now. So hopefully we can keep that up.
You guys have had a lot of pressure defense out there. Is the key here to make Shane Denny work for his points?
Yeah, we didn't do a great job. You can't leave him open. He's a deadly shooter. So whether we're playing zone or man, we've got to know where he is and get a hand in his face.
Seemed like you guys really tried to extend on him, something that other teams haven't really done so far in the tournament.
I'm not sure how successful we've been. He's still scoring some points. We may even get more aggressive, maybe double team him a little bit, but we're trying to mix up our defenses and make a challenge for him, but he's still a hell of a shooter.
I'm sure the one area you'd like to see some improvement is the rebounding. What else would you like to see improve in the second half?
Well, defensively right now, we're going to have to do a better job in terms of stopping cutters and stopping ball inside. When the ball goes inside, we have to collapse and put some traps on the person with the ball below.
Tom, thank you very much. We'll look for that in the second half. Good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll look for Mike Sovereign to keep stroking it from downtown. He is lighting it up here in the first half, 14, as his Waterloo Warriors lead 43-39.
Danielle Marshall and the Raptors. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. The Home Depot Raptors basketball, tonight at 9.
Hi, it's me.
Sharing the good times with you. Your neighborhood Kelsey's.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the igloo. Snowshoes. Toboggan. Snowmobile. Zipper. And winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada. The home of winter gas.
It's not just the advanced technology or the world's best blades. It's the way it's all put together. No razor shaves better than Mach 3 Turbo. It's the world's best shave. We guarantee it or your money back. Mach 3 Turbo from Gillette.
Illegal music sites have viruses that can do a lot of damage. Come to Canada's new safe, no-virus sites to download your music.
Available at puretracks.com.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, 43 years of age. And he's smoking like his father. Lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
Welcome back to Ryerson University here in downtown Toronto, where we are at halftime of the DeArmon Memorial Tournament, and let's see how that first half broke down numerically, Jack.
Well, when you look at it, very well played game so far. I mean, the difference has been the fact that Waterloo's done a nice job getting to the free throw line, and three-point shooting's been exceptional. Rebounding a little bit of a favor of Humber, and Humber's got to do a better job just taking care of the ball, because early in the half, when they turned the ball over against the traps, it led to immediate scores by Waterloo. So they got to do a better job in the second half when they see changing defenses. Composure, do a good job attacking and make the extra pass against the traps.
Two of the guys we talked about before the games were two of the guys who really like the camera. We'll start first with Shane Denny.
That's right. I mean, Denny's been unbelievable. I mean, again, three-point shooting, the ball screen right here, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot go below the screen. This time, Easy opportunity for him to get a feet set. 4 of 7 3-point shooting in the first half. 12 points from Denny. Knock it down to Jimmy.
However, they did have an answer on the other side of the ball. Waterloo did, and it was the guy, as we mentioned before the game, Mike Sovereign. He was stroking it from the outside as well.
Boy, is he skilled. I mean, a big fella who can shoot the ball exceptionally well, put the ball to the floor. Watch him right here, just gets into the mid-range area, 15-footer, nails it, off the inbound play, good screen usage, quick release, knows how to play, knows how to get his game off. That time, good screen, takes advantage of it. This time on the baseline, tough shot over Joseph. Just enough time, and again, at 6'7" frame, the reach, the ability to get rid of it quickly. He is a guy that really causes headaches for your defense because he stretches the defense out. 4 3-pointers in the first half, 14 points, really having a solid game. And you're right, we talked about it in the open. Who are the top 2 guys? And they've held form so far, both playing great games for their squads.
However, second half is what makes great players, and last night it was Roger Scott who stepped up. Is that what Humber needs right now, a guy to take the pressure off Shane Denny?
Well, Humber's got to be just a little bit more solid from a defensive standpoint, control and penetration. They got broken down late in the first half and on the backboards. And on the flip side, if you're Waterloo, a lot more of the same. Make the extra pass in your offense, change your defenses. I think the key in the second half for them, though, is they've got to do a good job in the second half. Get the ball out of Denny's hands. Don't let him beat you off of pick and roll sequences, and don't allow him to have easy looks in transition. Make him handle the rock. Likes to have time to get his shot off. Scramble him a little bit.
He's looking at the top scorers for both teams on the Waterloo side. A moment ago, you saw 3 guys with at least 8 points. A couple guys with 6 points backing up Shane Denny there. So they're getting a little bit of support, and they're going to need that bench to step up.
You know, and a guy had foul trouble in the first half, Haggis, you know, for Humber. I think he's a guy that can make a difference in the second half for Humber. And you know, because he has the ability to shoot the ball from mid-range area, get in the lane off penetration. And I think Humber, when you add it all up, if you're Mike Cates here going into the second half, really just a lot more of the defensive intensity start turning Waterloo over. You know what? If you only force 2 turnovers in the first half, that means you're not playing hard enough with your defense.
You saw Mike Cates there a moment ago talking to Divish Bagai. He stepped up for a few minutes there. He stepped up like you said he needed to.
More assertive off the bounce.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess what they're looking for him now is a more sustained effort.
Yep. You know, and that the real good players bring it on every play. And you know, and I think Bagai sometimes disappears for a few minutes at a time. And in a game like this, when you're playing top-notch competition, that's when you get exposed. You can't hide for a play or two. You've got to bring it every play because you look at who he's matched up with. So Brand, he's going to expose you if you're not ready.
Dave Monkley going to try to expose somebody here. Goes up to the glass, left hand, window shopping. He gets 2 to go.
I like that window shopping. It's the holiday season. Mr. Monkley doing a lot of it. And again, they had great spacing in their offense. They move the ball with the pass.
Monkley into double digits with 10 now. We knew he'd be good wearing those Monkleys.
It's like his temperament, too. He just doesn't get frazzled, just kind of knows what he wants to get accomplished. This whole Waterloo team, they have great role definition in terms of, this is my job, I know what I got to get accomplished, and I respect what you have to do as well as a teammate. I'm going to put you in the right spots to be successful. Nice.
Denny, 2 guys out, extend on him. He kicks it over to Haggis, and there's the guy, like you said, he works that baseline so effectively.
Yep.
Denny now recipient of a bad giveaway, just the 3rd turnover of the game on an inbounds pass there. The guy now going to fire from the outside, and he goes downtown. We haven't seen that from him from that deep so far in this tournament.
Well, he's capable, and now he's showing that. Hey, let's face it, you got to stop breathing fire, and you know, got to have to show that fire right now. That's what it's all about here. Championship game, bring it.
When you look at a couple of guys who stepped up there, guys whose opposition checks were very effective in the first half, showing them, hey, I can get it done too.
Yep.
Yep. Sovereign's Warriors don't come down with that one. They still have a 1-point lead here. But Humber's going to have a chance to take the lead back. Denny going to bring the ball up the court. Full court pressure applied by Nickel. Haggis going to get it down to Young. Back to Haggis. Denny with a little bit of room outside. Pulls up, can't find the bucket that time. Back the other way, come Waterloo. Monkley now, waiting for Sovereign to come over. Can't get position established, so they'll swing it back around the outside. Now it's Monkley himself gonna try to go down low, guarded by Denny. Nice little turnaround. Kisses off both sides of the rim. Humber with the basketball.
Young's played a strong game tonight for Humber. I like his activity on the backboards.
There's Young, jacket from the outside. Front rims it. There's Michael Davis coming down with the board.
Both teams looking to establish their running game when the opportunity exists.
Looks like both teams cooled down a little bit in the shooting department at the break as well, but nice little finish inside by Mr. Davis.
Pitch ahead, go primary break, deep post up by Davis inside, easy two. That's how you do it, a quick advance, pound it in.
Denny now looking to create off the dribble. Ball stripped. Say it went off his leg, and there's a good job defensively by Waterloo, forcing Denny into something he doesn't like to do as much.
Well, what are they doing? They're making him put the ball on the floor. Let's face it, he loves to dictate his shot selection and his movements on the floor. And when you're able to get him off rhythm a little bit, it helps you.
I think the difference we're seeing on Denny tonight is the way that when he does get that step on a defender, whether it's right or left, somebody's popping out and establishing a very firm position rather than just a step and go back.
Exactly. The help is there to stay until he makes a play. A lot of times guys give half-hearted help and it doesn't work.
Sovereign, good job at drawing contact. Made sure Bagay had his feet moving, was in the air. And that's just a very smart veteran play by a fourth-year guy.
This guy, he knows. And you know what, too? He knows the officials know. That's the beauty of it, that if it's even close, he's getting the call. And you know what? This is a guy that has a great reputation because he's earned it as he makes the first free throw. Therefore, anything that's questionable, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. So use your pump fake, lean into the guy a little bit, get some contact, you'll get it.
And he was beyond the arc, so he will shoot three. Now 3 of 4 at the line tonight. Upping his statistic total. As we told you at the break, he had 14.
You know, and when you're a good shooter, you should have a good dribble game because of the fact that if you use the pump fake effectively, guys have to come out and stretch out and guard you. You should be able to get at least 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and you have a good mid-range game as well because teams really got to crowd you and respect your shot.
Sovereign 3 of 3 at the line. Probably nothing you hate more as a coach, Jack, than seeing a guy foul somebody on the outside like that.
But again, they're so anxious because Sovereign can shoot the ball that well from that deep.
August tries to go out of the dribble. Nice little reach around by Nickel after he was beaten. August going to the left. He loves that baseline.
Danny out of the game right now for Humber. The question is where they're going to get their offense from.
Samson Downey trying to show where they're going to get it from. Nice little floater in the lane.
Talked about him what he did last night. Just does the little things. That time the defense didn't respect him. Drove it right to the rack.
DeArmon now working down on the blocks. Nice cut by Nickel, and he floats it up and in.
Oh, boy. I mean, Monkley to DeArmon, and then Nickel, just a hard basket cut on that left side. You just have so many guys that can handle the rock and make good decisions with it.
Primary ball handler now, Samson Downey for Humber. He's going to also try to force upon himself the responsibility of shooting, but as we talked about before, he's a guy maybe you just don't want to hurt you when he comes in.
Exactly. Too
not
early in the clock.
And there he's not hurting anybody as he takes the ball away. Careless turnover by Waterloo.
There you go, know your role. Get the ball to the primetime guys.
Young, little spin move, fade away in the lane. Pretty looking shot.
And he's played an energetic game tonight. He's come out and been solid. He's got that good frame. He's able to bang inside. He's quick. He's got good quickness on the perimeter in terms of moving his feet.
He's doing the things for them tonight that Roger Scott was doing for them last night.
You're right. Well, he lost some of his minutes last night to Big Daddy, so a little motivation for him.
We got a timeout on the floor as we head to break here at Ryerson University. 4-point lead for the Waterloo Warriors. 15:27 to go in the second.
Spence and Ben Horde, weeknights at 6:30 on Sportsnet News.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the snowplow, ski bindings, speed skates, table hockey, and winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada, the home of winter gas.
Illegal music sites have viruses that can do a lot of damage. Come to Canada's new safe, no-virus sites to download your music.
Available at puretracks.com.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, 43 years of age, and he's smoking like his father. Lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
Shane Denny, number 22 there, as you see in your picture. Hoping to get back in the game, but it looks like he may stay down for a couple minutes here. They rested him for a long period of time in the second half last night. We thought it might have been a mistake, but he proved us wrong.
Well, you know what? Again, it's very easy to sit here and second-guess Mike Cates, and it worked out beautifully for him last night. And, you know, it's all about quality, not quantity. And he knows his team better than anybody, and he knows what gets Denny going. And definitely, they'll give Waterloo a lot of credit. They've adapted defensively nicely in terms of really challenging him to put the ball on the floor, not giving him as much time to get a look at the basket.
3 substitutions for Waterloo as they come out of the break. Chris Edwards, Andrew Coatsworth, and Gerald McGinnis on the floor. And now it's McGinnis guarded by Downey. Looks inside for DeArmon, where he's been so effective tonight, but he can't get the little left-hander off the window. Back comes Humber. Young to Downey. Young now off the dribble. He's going to let fly, and he's going to stroke it down. 2-point game now here at Ryerson.
Here's our underrated guy tonight. He's made the difference for Humber, keeping him in it.
9 points. 9 big points at that.
There we go. A little spark there, but guy, you know, we didn't see that last night from him, but Young, 9 points, 4 rebounds tonight for Humber, and really stepping to the forefront this evening.
It looks like the way they've ran those last couple of sets, it looks like they're just trying to get the ball in his hands the same way they get the ball in Denny's hands.
Yeah, and he's capable because he can put the ball on the floor. He's got a good mid-range game. He's got hops, explosive.
And with 4 boards, he's doing what Mike Cates wants him to do. Mike Cates saying this is a guy that needs to get to the glass to be effective. The guy now, also with 9 points in this game. Double team, finds Haugus, gonna fade away and gonna find nice looking bucket. Tie this game 52.
Good patience, they didn't panic that time, but Guy got double teamed that time. No one guarded Tesura in there. And they're really not respecting number 34 for Humber, Tesura.
Yeah, they relaxed a little bit defensively, Waterloo did, with Denny off the floor there for a couple of minutes.
And good timeout here by Waterloo, because they got to get straightened out here defensively. Giving up a few easy looks.
Yeah, quick 4 points right out of the break, and Tom Kingswetter saying no more.
Watch it, son. The guy just recognizes the double team, and good job by Hagus moving without the ball from weak side to strong side, and just quietly and effectively does his job. And, you know, this happened last night as well, where Mike Cates' squad got down a little bit on a few occasions in the second half, and they just scratched and clawed their way back. They turned the screws a little bit more defensively, and they elevated their level of execution on the offensive side of the ball that much more. Here's Hagus right there, 10 points and a rebound. talked about his foul trouble in the first half, but responding beautifully here in the second half.
Yeah, he had 11 total last night, but 5 of those were down the stretch when they needed some big buckets.
He does it in the flow of the game, too. He doesn't force the issue. He does an exceptional job moving without the ball.
Coatsworth now going to dump it inside to Edwards, but that ball is poked away beautifully by Young, and Young now out on the wing on the break. August now up top. Going to swing it over to August. Going to try to go baseline. Nice job by Sovereign to move his feet. Switched up that defensive matchup, and here comes DeArmon on the break.
Good decision to pull it out. Didn't have numbers.
Nice little step to the baseline, and nice little pull-up by McGinnis.
So you don't have to force the issue all the time in transition. He pulls it out. McGinnis runs the floor hard, and he gets his teammate an open jumper because he makes a solid decision. Doesn't show up in the scorebook. Nonetheless, he gets a teammate an open look because he doesn't try to be a hero going 1-on-3 against a retreating defense.
And gets a guy a look where he wants to get a look. These players seem to know where their comfortable spots are, and each other's comfortable spots. The guy now inside, double team quickly, swings it over, and then great job defensively there by Waterloo.
The problem is right now, Bagai, every time he gets it, they got to get...
Nariah Sur, yeah, he's a guy that needs to get established inside.
Well, they got to get him out. I mean, because right now, Waterloo's not even guarding him, so every time Bagai gets the ball, they're just leaving him and just playing him 1-on-2. 2-on-1, sorry.
Yeah, and Sur hasn't been effective shooting the ball so far, so I guess they figure, hey, you're going to have to beat us.
Chances.
Coatsworth can't finish after a nice little fake in the lane. Back the other way come the Hawks.
Coatsworth had a great move that time. Good quick explosion inside, just got to finish.
Waterloo very impressive with their fundamentals offensively. Young, baseline, blocked by Sovereign. He can get it done back there, too. Now it's Edwards out. Can they make them pay on the nice defensive stop? Didn't like the look there. Jarman didn't. Sovereign inside, so he's going to take it himself on the baseline. Beautiful pull-up.
It's a disciplined team. I'm really enjoying watching Waterloo play. I mean, they come down the floor after a block, run their stuff, get a good shot on the back end of the shot clock. It's just really well coached.
Jarman 15 points and shooting 50% from the field tonight, 5 of 10.
Oh.
August takes his eye off the ball. That one is a costly turnover.
Unforced. Sloppy.
Graham Jarman and the Waterloo Warriors lead by 4 here.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive. Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
You never know who's going to drop by for the holidays. That's why there's the Labatt Holiday Pack with 4 of your favorite beers. Labatt Blue, Carlsberg, Labatt 50, and Blue Light. The Labatt Holiday Pack, available for limited time at the beer store.
Nobody knows more about dealing with winter than Canadians. We invented the igloo. Snowshoes. Toboggan. Snowmobile. Zipper. And winter gas. Petro-Canada specially blends gas line antifreeze in all its grades. That helps your car start in cold Canadian winters. Extra protection at no extra cost at Petro-Canada. The home of winter gas.
I love how he looks in his uniform, but his dandruff wasn't up to black. So I bought him some Selsun Blue. It's doctor recommended, plus has a unique blend of moisturizers and conditioners.
It really helps control the flakes and itching. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
I guess in some situations, if I can help them during the game in terms of making some observations or making the right substitutions, and keeping them positive. I mean, that's an important part. I mean, my belief has always been confidence is the most important part of performance in anything. So if I can somehow build that confidence or repair that confidence in some situations, I think that's the best asset I can have.
Pretty easy to keep guys like DeArmon positive when they're shooting as well as he is right now.
You're right. I mean, he's been terrific tonight. 5 of 11 shooting, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover, and just love it. He's got a presence on the floor. He's gritty. He can create plays off the bounce. He can shoot the ball on catch and shoot scenarios, and he just kind of Johnny on the spot, Mr. Everything. He just brings it for you on a continuous basis. I've been really, really impressed with him tonight.
Look on the other side of the ball, Humber out shooting, out rebounding Waterloo, but the thing killing them 9 turnovers right now, Jack.
Well, the plus minus 4 in the favor of Waterloo, only 5 turnovers. So, you know, the Waterloo club, we talked about this last night with Laval when they played against Humber. They didn't possess the offensive toughness, I thought, when Humber really turned the screws on. But Waterloo is just really run their offense as if the blue shirts aren't even there.
A couple of physical guys have checked in, Big Daddy Scott and Jonathan Joseph, and he's going to get called for being a little overly physical, gotten Sovereign's personal space there.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and the thing, and I mentioned this last night, it's a really underrated topic. I think that a lot of times as coaches, we don't do a good enough job coaching it. And quite frankly, Tom Kieswetter does an awesome job with his club doing it. And that is, his team is very tough offensively. They screen hard, they cut hard, they catch, they create space, they move it quick. They don't allow you to bump them off their cuts.
And I think physicality was the topic of discussion in the last break for Mike Cates, because they are starting to push the people around on Waterloo. Humber. Fletcher gonna let fly from the corner. Nothing but air, and DeArmon comes down.
Because what's the word offense? You're on the attack. And a lot of times offenses get soft when a defense gets right in its grill. And this Waterloo team, they just cut harder, they screen harder at you, they keep coming at you.
And they keep getting off the floor the way DeArmon just did there. Sovereign inside now. Nice little
short arm
turnaround. Can't get it to go, but they get the offensive board.
Fresh shot clock. Look at this. McGinnis just steady.
Nice cut to the baseline. They finally get something after working the ball around. And nice job of McGinnis to reset. So many times you get an offensive board and you just try to take it up right away.
Exactly. Reset, survey the floor. What do you have in front of you? And take what the defense gives you. And, you know, there's always a point during a game where fatigue begins to become a factor, and the game just changes. The personality of the game changes. And the difference in this game has been Waterloo's ability to control the game with their offense. 11 of 16 now as a team from the free throw line, and they've just had more opportunities at the free throw line than they've earned it. You know, not a lot of an inside presence on the part of Humber, and they really haven't driven the ball exceptionally well tonight. And when they have, Waterloo's help and recovery has been there. Wow.
Another offensive board after 2 consecutive misses there for Davis. And there's Dave Monkley who's checked back in, fashion-conscious one. DeArmon now on the outside being guarded by Denny. Gonna look inside to Sovereign. Goes to the glass, gets it to go. He's going to the line to shoot another.
Love it. What happens? They get an offensive rebound. McGinnis made that whole play happen. Look at Sovereign going strong inside. The good finish, inviting the contact. But the credit should all go to McGinnis, because he, off the missed free throws by Davis, he comes up with it, gets the offensive rebound, doesn't force the issue, gets it back out, they run clock, they get the ball right where they want it.
Sovereign unable to convert on 3 the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, they've missed 3 free throws in a row here.
Which is odd for Waterloo, because as we spoke before, they're a great foul-shooting team. They seem to do everything pretty well. Joseph now double team. There's some great defense, and up with the ball. Michael Davis, good job to settle it down. They make very mature decisions. McGinnis getting called for a walk there. Stopped his dribble. You talked about it before. You can't stop your dribble that far over the line if you're a guard like that, one of the primary ball handlers.
Look at Sovereign's numbers, Scott. 19 and 4. And as good as he is, it's been a team effort. 3 guys in double figures for Waterloo.
I'm sure he'll be keeping this tape and showing it to his buddies. He's another guy who seems to light up when the lights go up. Denny now to Downey. Downey going baseline. Tough floater. Can't get it to drop. Sovereign gets the timeout call after he's falling out of bounds.
I'm not a fan of that. I really am not. You know, it's a great hustle play by Sovereign, but I think my interpretation is that a guy should have both feet planted in total, complete, no doubt possession of the ball. Watch Sovereign right here. I mean, he's not in possession of the ball.
In other words, you like the job that he did within the rules. You don't necessarily like the rule itself.
Exactly. I mean, I don't have a problem at all with the play he made, and I don't have a problem with the official because the official's calling the game as the rule book states, but the rule book should be changed. And not only at this level, but at the professional level as well. It's the same garbage. Guys are falling out of bounds, they're calling timeout. Hey, wait a minute, you're not in possession of the ball. You don't give it to him. I'm up on my soapbox there, Scott.
Well, secondary score is always a big factor in these games. Dave Monkley, a guy who's nice job. We haven't talked about him a ton tonight, but 10 points and 3 boards so far, Jack.
Definitely. I mean, he really impressed with him. He's lefty and just does it within the confines of the offense. Has an exceptional quick first step and knows what to do with it when he puts it on the floor. A lot of guys bounce the ball to see if there's air in it.
There's an uncharacteristic turnover there for Waterloo on the inbounds pass. They normally sure-handed McGinnis.
I was just talking about Monkley. He's a guy that puts it on the floor only when he needs to, and to advance it to a place to help himself or to help a teammate. That's the efficient usage of the dribble. Why you want to dribble. Some guys put the ball on the floor, bounce, 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 bounce. They're putting it through their legs. They're trying to style and all that garbage. They're not going nowhere with it. Don't waste it. And that's the thing about this Waterloo team. They only use the dribble when the dribble's used as an attacking mechanism or to relieve pressure when the defense applies intense pressure on you.
Yeah, you don't need to have stars when everybody on your starting lineup is so fundamentally sound.
Yeah. Swing it. The ball moves a lot quicker via the air than it does on the bounce. Oh, bad foul.
And that's Sovereign going to pick up that one on Downey, who really let that one go, and gonna get 3 shots now, returning the favor that Sovereign got earlier.
And Sovereign's kicking himself right now because he's saying, here's a guy like Downey. He's not breaking you back in terms of his shooting. He's a role player. And, you know, obviously the pick and roll sequence, if you're gonna be aggressive, attack it when Denny's there. But Downey, make him prove it to you.
Downey gonna have 3 chances to improve on his 4 points thus far. Can't do so on the first one. A couple of substitutes going to check in now for Waterloo. Andrew Coatsworth and Brian Nickel back into the game. Nickel did a great job in the first half on Denny, making him extend.
Yep.
After he got off 9 points real early. Only 3 since then, and he hasn't got any room to shoot the ball.
Second free throw here by Downey, knocks it down. You know, and I think Humber has got to be a little disappointed in how they played in that last 30 seconds of the first half, and kind of been a little flat here in the second half. Yet, you know what? They're only down 4 points, 2-possession game. In spite of all that, they're right there.
Nickel now being guarded by Downey. Looks for Coatsworth. Big Daddy Scott pushing around number 33, and he's going to get called for the foul there.
I'm getting a kick at about the fans right across from us at center court. And obviously Waterloo fans, every time there's contact, they're like really on the officials. Look at them. You can see them in the background. They're standing up, screaming at the refs.
16 foul for Humber. Nickel gets called with the travel. And Waterloo so far not taking care of the ball as well.
That's a blood hit.
Look at that injury by Downey. We hope it's not serious. They need to get some medical personnel on the floor ASAP.
Boy, he hit it hard.
Yeah, he's bleeding profusely there. Looks like just a service cut, but they'll take care of it here. Tough guy, you talked about it before. Always comes onto the floor and really does a tough job.
He does, and he stuck his nose in there that time and took the brunt of it. And watch it right here. see it right here. He and Nickel get tied up.
Oh, and he gets that elbow on the downside right to the skull of Downey.
Well, you know what? On both sides of it, I mean, you got to love Downey's toughness, reaches in. And on the flip side, you know, from a standpoint of Nickel, I mean, you've got to be tough. I talked about offensive toughness before. Swing through and back defenders off. And if they're going to do that, you make them pay for it. So I don't think it's a cheap shot. I don't think it's a dirty play. I think that's just playing the way you're supposed to play offensively, hard and swing through and create space. And you got to love Downey. I talked about him early in the game and repeatedly have commended him because he's just one of those guys you love to coach because he sticks his nose in there for you.
Well, we'll let the crews here at Ryerson University fix up Samson Downey as we take a quick break here. Waterloo leading 58-54.
No big money, no large mansions, no Bentley in the driveway, but still representing. Canada takes on HC Devils at the Spengler Cup Final tomorrow morning at 6. Danielle Marshall and the Raptors. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. The Home Depot Raptors basketball tonight at 9.
You are no longer here on this stage. You are in your car, driving. When I clap my hands, you will awake. You will awake. Wake up.
The all-new 2004 Grand Prix. Pontiac, built for drivers.
No pigtails anymore.
Check, please.
David, you okay to drive?
Yeah, I only had a couple drinks. I'm fine.
Come on.
Keys can be a weapon. A few drinks can make you a killer.
The excitement of the college bowl season is here. The tackles are a little harder, the play a little faster. See the NCAA's best football players in the game that can make or break their season. Arkansas takes on Missouri in the Independence Bowl. Tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern, 8:30 Atlantic on Rogers Sportsnet.
Another reminder, we have Raptors basketball following this game where Samson Downey is shaken but probably not stirred there, Jack. And Humber, you know, we'll talk about them in a second. First, there we are, Toronto, Denver immediately following this game. 9 o'clock Eastern, an approximate time that you can tune in for Home Depot Raptors basketball. And we'll get back to Humber here. We'll talk about the fact that, you know what, Samson Downey and his boys are only down by 4 points so far, and a lot of that's been defensive because they've only scored 15 points this half.
Totally, and obviously they got to help him up now, get him off the court, because give him a big round of applause there. Hard-nosed defensive player and just a good leader at the point guard position. And you're right. I mean, Humber is a squad that's been resilient throughout, and we saw that last night in the semifinals. And in spite of the fact, you know, they're shooting over 50% for the game. The problem has been just the fact that they really have defensively gotten broken down quite a bit off the bounce in the back end of the shot clock, and Waterloo's taking advantage, getting to the free throw line, and turnovers have been a problem. 10 turnovers here, and that has been an issue as well.
Yeah, however, they have forced 6 turnovers this half by Waterloo, a team that only turned the ball over twice in the first half.
Definitely.
Finished cleaning up the floor here at Kerr Hall Gymnasium. We'll get back on the court. Shane Denny, 12 points in the first half, hasn't even had much of a shot to get a shot in the second half.
Exactly. Again, the ability to crowd him and attack him defensively and make him work for everything he gets has been an issue here for Waterloo. Their defensive intensity has been exceptional, and but you know, this is a guy that could go 6-7 minutes without a basket and then light you up for 2 or 3 threes in a row, as we saw last night.
He certainly could. Big difference for Humber tonight is they've got 3 or 4 guys now stepping up to balance that offense out. 4 players, including Denny, with 9 points or better for Humber. Jamal Fletcher inbounds to Denny. See if he tries to create here right away. Guarded on the outside by Nickel. Ball back to Denny. Joseph flashes, then sets a screen for Denny, who finds Big Daddy Scott. Back out to Denny, lets fly. Must have heard Jack talking, but he can't find the bottom of the bucket that time. Nickel back the other way to Monkley. Jarman been a little quiet last few minutes, but beautiful cut by Monkley. Dives into the lane, nice pass by Sovereign. That's that textbook way they move the ball around.
Yeah, they swing it right to left, and then the movement off the ball creates the opportunity for Monkley. Uses the screens, beautiful hard cut. This is a clinic. I'm really enjoying watching this Waterloo club play.
They might not have known much about him before, but Dave now letting people know, hey, I'm the Monkley. You better come get me. And there's August stepping up from downtown. 3-ball, cuts the lead to 3 with 7:45 to go in the second half. Humber always, as you mentioned, has an answer. Coatsworth misses a gimme inside. Great ball movement again by Waterloo. And then Coatsworth, obviously frustrated by the miss, commits a foul underneath.
Coatsworth's had some good looks around the basket. He's got to make them.
Yeah,
love the hairdo, though. I love the do. The look is sharp. Very stylish.
Very throwback.
Yeah. Like a Pistol Pete. Remember Pistol Pete Maravich?
Yes.
He had to do like that, yeah. Remember Pistol?
I do remember the Pistol.
Floppy
a magician
socks.
with the ball.
Oh, he was
a magician
awesome.
with the ball.
I've got to figure out if Andrew Coatsworth even knows who Pistol Pete is. I hope he does. I'm sure he's seen some videos on him. He was awesome.
So we've talked about a magician, a wizard. Where are we going next? I don't know where the sorcerer Jack Armstrong is going. But right now the ball not going down for Shane Denny, but he does get an offensive board. Here's a guy who's been shooting it all right. Nice dump inside for the Big Daddy. Off the window, can't get it to go. Nickel fights off the guy for the ball.
Don't foul him. Good patience, though. Good job by Nickel, just bringing the ball up the court. Didn't panic.
Coatsworth now has the ball stripped by Big Daddy Scott. He's going to get it over to the guy. Another turnover.
Now, Coatsworth, I think, allowing that a few of those misses to affect his concentration there.
Yeah, and Tom Kieswetter's seen enough. He's going to substitute Michael Davis into the game for Coatsworth. He's not had his A game with him tonight.
He brought the A hairstyle, though, which,
yes, he did.
Which we appreciate.
Yes, he did. Fading away. Denny can't get the easy looks to go, but he gets that tough one.
I mean, that was great defense by Coatsworth.
That's all you can do.
This guy's just a streak shooter.
Here's Coatsworth with a chance to redeem himself.
There you go.
Goes up with the left hand strong.
Right.
The power dribble underneath.
How about Denny, though? I mean, this guy is streaky. Most of it good streaks.
A penchant for the dramatic, I would say.
Yes, I'd say so.
Denny now working on Nickel. The guy now, been quiet for quite some time. Hands off to Denny, gonna let go again. Front rims it, and they're off and running. Monkley on the far side. Left-handed dribble goes up. Can't get the finger roll to go, just wouldn't get over that top lip of the rim.
Johnny on the spot, Brian Nickel.
Jarman back out to Nickel, they'll settle it down. Look for Sovereign inside. He'll pull up. He back rims that. Jamal Fletcher to Denny, and here come the Humber Hawks. Fletcher. Can't get it go. A lot of quick shots in the shot clock.
Exactly. If you're Waterloo right now, spread the floor out, really grind it out. Humber overly aggressive right now. This is where you can get a back cut and an easy score.
3-point lead for Waterloo with 5 minutes to play here in the final.
Tough shot.
Really tough shot there by Sovereign.
Coatsworth's done a good job the last few possessions with his defense. Energy levels there.
Fletcher very active with the hands. Coatsworth again, Johnny on the spot. Sovereign to the basket, can't finish. Look for the foul call, not going to get it. They're going to let them play it out here down the stretch.
Really letting them play here. No whistles the last few minutes. Both teams showing fatigue, Scott.
Yeah, and you would think if fatigue was going to affect one team more than the other, it would be Humber, because their starters have logged a lot more minutes in the first 2 games than have Waterloo's. Denny hard into the lane, a lot of contact again. They're not calling it. They're going to let these guys slug it out on the floor.
We got massive substitutions here. 2 players coming in for each squad. It's like a line change here. The penalty killing unit coming in.
The intensity definitely picking up here down the stretch. Both teams haven't been able to score as effectively in the second half as in the first. Look at Denny here coming into the lane and taking a beating for it.
He sure is. A lot of contact there.
That's DeArmon, the guy you talked about, DeArmon's toughness in the first half.
Definitely.
Nickel did a great job, but he's going to come out in favor of McGinnis right now. Waterloo trying to use their depth here. And they get a steal right away on the inbounds play. Sovereign, little backdoor cut by McGinnis.
Beautiful.
Tries to go window shopping, but nothing there. Didn't have the sufficient funds.
So that's there, though, because Humber is so aggressive defensively right now. The back cut's available.
Denny backs his man off and lets a 3 go. Struggling to find that range right now.
But long shot, long rebound. If you're Waterloo, you got to really do a good job gang rebounding in that mid-range area.
A lot of early shots for Humber here. Part of the court came up there. I think they're setting up for volleyball. DeArmon, I guess he's going to do it all. He's working here too. Picked up the medal and threw it off the court himself. Sovereign comes down with a defensive board. He's going to settle it down. Ref's going to have a timeout here as they repair the court, which is the right call with a hole in the middle of the court there. Well, these coaches are going to try to clear up any holes as we head down the stretch.
Darren Millard and Mike Joe, weeknights at 10 on Sportsnet News.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive.
Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
You never know who's going to drop by for the holidays. That's why there's the Labatt Holiday Pack, with 4 of your favorite beers: Labatt Blue, Carlsberg, Labatt 50, and Blue Light. The Labatt Holiday Pack, available for a limited time at the beer store.
I lost my husband, who was my best friend, my soulmate. And
he told me he started smoking when he was 12 years old. We spent many times over the years begging him to quit smoking.
He used to say, well, it's my life, and
my mother's health isn't good. She never smoked a day in her life.
I have emphysema from secondhand smoke.
I wear black a lot, and I want a dandruff shampoo with a conditioner for my hair and scalp, so I switched to Selsun Blue 2-in-1. Proven strength to relieve flakes and itching with added moisturizers and conditioners for healthier looking hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
They have fixed up the hole in the floor here at Ryerson. They fixed up that small hole in Samson Downey's head. And now the coach is going to try to fix up the holes that have been in their offense in the last couple of series.
Well, we got like potholes here, city driving, I guess. So too much salt on the roads. But, you know, you're right. If you're Mike Cates right now, you're just trying to tell your club, hey, look, you know what? The D is the key the final 3 minutes. And on the flip side, Waterloo, again, don't crumble under the pressure defense, the physicality of Humber's defense. Continue to control the tempo. They put on a clinic here with their half-court offense. Only 9 turnovers in the game. Be solid, get great shots. Don't force the issue. Your team offense is your best friend.
Sovereign throws that one away. Look for Edwards underneath. Looks like he just zipped that one.
Exactly. Pretty good look. Just too much on it. But, you know, the concept was solid. Just got to finish the play. They do some nice stuff.
We wind down to nearing the 3-minute mark here. Ryerson University has been a great tournament so far and got another good game as we head down the stretch. August on the outside looking for Denny. He's their go-to guy. Gonna shoot over a couple.
Not a good shot. Forcing the issue that time. As good a player as you are, gotta let it come to you a little bit within the confines of the structure of the offense.
He likes the cameras too much, Jack. He wants more airtime.
No. He's just trying to win the game.
That's 2 in a row. They've tried to find Edwards inside, and both times it's been unsuccessful.
Well, that time McGinnis threw it to a spot and didn't recognize the defense. You gotta know where the other colored shirt is. You know where your teammate is. It doesn't matter, though. You gotta get it past the opposition.
A nice job by Tamik Young to front. But we come back the other way, and we have a
good play by Edwards there defensively. He's a physical guy. Right in the grill of Denny.
And those fans were up in arms again on the other side, Jack. They don't like this physical play too much.
Nice pass.
Nice block by Sir, but Sovereign gets it back, taps his chest a couple times, and he should.
Rah! A little Tarzan action. McGinnis with a gorgeous pass. Sorry, Scott.
Up over 20 points, no. Pardon me. As we head inside 2 minutes, 5-point lead for Waterloo. Shane Denny and the Humber Hawks need to get it going now.
A primal scream there.
He's a he-man. August stepping up like he did so effectively last night down the stretch. Cuts that lead to 2 points as he lets fly from downtown. Edwards now. Drops the ball below his waist, but manages to hold on to it. Jarman out to Sovereign. McGinnis gonna go to work on Denny. Back to Davis. Jarman gonna let go. Nice offensive board by Edwards, who had great position on Denny.
Great job here. Look how much they believe in their offense. Offensive rebound, they just get it back out. They swing the hand, say, hey, let's grind it out and get our shot. Wear down the D.
With a minute to go, working that shot clock is important as the shots you're taking.
Oh, you got to make that. That's a gorgeous pass inside that time by Jarman. McGinnis has got to make that shot point-blank range.
Mike Cates going to call a timeout and see if he can set something up on the offensive end of the floor. 2-point game with just under 54 seconds to go here at Kerr Hall.
We got ourselves a barn burner here. Terrific game. Well played on both sides.
Now, Tom Kieswatter's got to be talking about his defense. What are you telling your team here, Jack? Because I guess you want to be aggressive, but not over-aggressive. You can't afford to take a cheap foul.
No, and you have to make sure, first of all, that you're guarding, you know, on the perimeter, obviously, against Shane Denny. I mean, he's a guy that's just broken backs time and time again. So you got to defend the ball screen and handoff sequences. Don't go underneath, go over the top, make him put the ball on the floor, contain penetration then off the bounce, and make sure you're doing a good job controlling the backboards here. Don't get beat off the bounce, where now it's got to be a help and recover, and now you're freeing Humber up for offensive rebounds. And on the flip side, you know, if you're a Humber right now, you talk about go to your bread and butter. You got to get Denny an opportunity and utilize that ball screen or the handoff to get him some looks. And
August with the nice look there. And perhaps a situation where he's been a hot hand.
Good secondary score, yeah.
Maybe a situation where Denny can draw almost a decoy.
Well, I agree. I mean, you know, particularly if they don't let him have his bread and butter and use the ball screen or the handoff to create a good look, then drive it a little bit and suck a guy like Hoggis's guy in a little bit, and then get him an opportunity from mid-range. And, you know, if you're Humber right now, you got to be very conscious as well, particularly Bagai as well as Young, getting on the offensive glass on missed shots. And Waterloo, look at again, very aggressive. Edwards doing an awesome job. And that time, Denny tried throwing it off his leg out of bounds, but Edwards just right into him, did a good job. He's a tough physical defender. And they frustrated him in the second half. Look at Edwards right now, extended full court, right into him.
Denny no longer the top scorer for Humber. That honor belongs to Aaron Hoggis, who has 16 in the game. They looked for him on the baseline, but he didn't flash quick enough.
Waterloo changing their defense now, going with a zone out of timeout. Real good strategy.
Denny trying to create on the outside shot clock, winding down to 5. Denny gonna need to get something going. It's gonna be Young. Goes off the glass and gets 2. And with just under 24 to go, we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Well, last shot time now for Waterloo. And, you know, sometimes you got to wonder if that's the best thing to do, to call a timeout, because now you allow Humber the opportunity to set up their defense. You've got the ball. You know you're going to take the last shot. Don't let the defense get reorganized. And good playmaking. You know, Waterloo is zone, and great job splitting the zone that time. No slides. And Young, as we've talked about, underrated, really has come out and played a beautiful game for Humber.
Yeah, the spread eagle off the glass there. He pulled a skiing move here, Jack. He likes to show that he's Canadian. They like to show where they are.
I guess you're spending too much time out west at Whistler, huh?
You got it. And why wouldn't you with the kind of snow out there? Maybe Tamik Young been doing a little bit of skiing himself with that kind of Superman, you know, stuff he pulled there.
Well, he was great on that move right there. Just a gorgeous move, breaking the defense down. And that time, a little confusion in the Waterloo zone on the wing there. Who had ball? He kind of slid it to that gap off the bounce. And now if you're Waterloo here, I mean, let's face it, let's not kid ourselves. Final shot. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You're going for the final shot of the game here. And when you take it, you want to take it with about 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the clock, and send all 5 to the glass. Just be aggressive. Actually, I'm sorry. Send 4 to the glass, 1 back, and try to get a tip. Because a lot of times you don't necessarily get the score off the initial play. You get it a lot of times on that secondary fashion in terms of the offensive rebound.
And Humber will have to be careful here defensively. 6 team fouls. The next one would put Waterloo into the bonus, and you don't want to give it away on free throws.
Definitely.
20.6 seconds remains here at Kerr Hall as Brian Nickel walks it up over center. Winding down the clock effectively. High screen on his right from Sovereign. And they throw it away. They tried to find Dave Monkley, and with 3.8 seconds, Humber is going to take a timeout, and they're going to get a chance to set some up. It's going to have to be quick, but now they get last shot.
Well, you know what? The quickness, the athleticism of Humber, they really extended the floor defensively. And again, they were allowed to be organized defensively. That timeout that was used by Waterloo really gave Mike Cates an opportunity to go over with his team how he wanted to play things. They tried to use the screen and roll out top. Tough pass. And Nickel uses the screen, and then they try to go opposite end, swinging it, and over the head of Monkley that time into the hands of the coach.
Great catch there by the coach. He used to play a little bit of ball back in the day.
He wishes he could catch and shoot it right now, but you know, now if you're Humber, just let it loose. I think you just the ball's going to be inbound in the backcourt, so you want to try to get this ball in to the receiver on the run, and everybody go to the offensive glass. Get the ball up quickly on the backboard and try for the tip in.
Waterloo with 4 fouls to give, so let's see if they maybe try to foul early
You try
while
to
it's still on the floor.
definitely try to give a foul here. Now we have a timeout by Waterloo, but if I would agree with that, Scott. I mean, you want to try to give a foul in this situation. You know, they're going to catch the ball on the run, give the foul right away, make them reset it. And if you're obviously in a screen situation here as well, you try to switch all screens. If you're Waterloo, any screen situation, switch it so it negates the purpose of the screen.
Shane Denny did a great job on that last screen to run around it. Brian Nickel maybe a little bit negligent of not running Denny right into that screen by Sovereign. And they didn't even need to switch because Denny showing he can get it done defensively too.
3.8 seconds left in this one. And
who wants to be a hero, Jack?
Well, I'm sure that guy Denny right there is going to be the focal point offensively, trying to get him hooked up with a pass right here.
And look who's back, the man who was injured earlier, Samson Downey to inbound, finds Haugus. They don't foul right away. Haugus going to let go. That one's not going to find anything, and we are headed for overtime here at Kerr Hall, with a score knotted at 64 after regulation time. Both of these teams don't want to give it up.
Well, terrific game. We've been fortunate to be involved both nights in well-played games.
We will take a short break as these teams rest up for overtime. They're going to battle it down to the end here at Kerr Hall Gymnasium.
Hazel May, weekday mornings on Sportsnet News.
Every time you turn around, here is another sports franchise crying poor. A bunch of multi-millionaire owners bitch about something else they actually have to pay for. Where is my deal? All games at the professional level are supposed to be intense. Guys are getting paid millions of dollars to be intense. If it isn't intense, you don't deserve to be in professional sports.
When you win Lotto Super 7, you harness the power of the Super 7. 7 extraordinary beings that help you do whatever you want. Like 2 Weeks Notice Man, who frees the oppressed from a life of punch clocks and cubicles.
I hereby tender my resignation.
A bit more aggressive. Unleash the power of the Super 7. This Friday's jackpot is $15 million. Lotto Super 7. Live large.
Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will have Raptors basketball for you here on the net.
Don't touch that dial.
Do not touch that dial. We mentioned the key players before. Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony should be a good one.
Forget Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony. How about Mike Sovran and Shane Denny? It's been a terrific game. You're right, though. The Raptors will be up right after this. Shane Denny wants to get a W before that happens.
These teams going to need to take care of the ball in overtime.
Here we go.
And Denny, the man with the rock, to start the extra frame. Downey now playing with that wrap on his head.
And Waterloo in the zone.
The guy trying to make something happen, trying to create spin in the lane. Nice defense by Michael Davis. Mike Cates wanted a foul call.
That time he shot it right into where the defense's arm was, though. Let him play on.
The guy may be forcing the issue a little bit after a quiet second half.
You made a good point during the break. He's got 10 turnovers in the second half for Waterloo. Humber's aggressive man-to-man wearing him down a little bit.
Nice turnaround fall away by Sovereign.
Hey, Carmelo Anthony would be proud.
Yes, he would.
Smooth on the baseline. Sweet touch.
Like butter, I think they say. Sur now. He's also had a quiet night. Hands off to Denny. Good job by DeArmon to cut him off at the pass. And Denny will have to pull the ball back on the perimeter, and he's going to left 5 from well beyond the arc. Sur with the offensive board. Blocked again by Davis. That's too big. Shot blocks in overtime for him.
Get that garbage out of here. You got to take that strong. Utilize the pump fake.
Cleaning up after Christmas, Michael Davis. No wrapping paper around for him.
Exactly. Davis long, quick off his feet. Outstanding shot blocker.
Jarman now to Sovereign. He's the man who's put them up, but Monkley tries to get them further ahead. Can't do it, and Mr. Denny's going to walk the ball back up the court. Downey now, you wonder how effective he can be after taking that wrap to the head earlier in the game. August to Downey, he's got lots of room for 3, and he buries it. Maybe knock some sense into him,
Exactly.
Jack.
You're challenging the guy, man. Downey, underrated. Producing.
Named after a softener, but he doesn't look soft here in the overtime. Jarman puts that up, and we get a tie-up underneath after he missed the layup. We'll take a little breather here as they try to sort this one out. 67-66 Humber.
As well as having cancer myself and having a hard time of it and surviving, I also lost my son Michael, 43 years of age, and he smoking like his father. Lung cancer caught up with him, and miss him very much. I had to bury my son, and it's not a very pleasant thing to do. That's my message.
Hi, it's me.
Sharing the good times with you. Your neighborhood Kelsey's.
You never know who's going to drop by for the holidays. That's why there's the Labatt Holiday Pack, with 4 of your favorite beers. Labatt Blue, Carlsberg, Labatt 50, and Blue Light. The Labatt Holiday Pack, available for limited time at the beer store.
We're back here at Ryerson University in downtown Toronto, and we got a humdinger on our hands, 67-66 with 2:53 to go in overtime here, Jack.
We got ourselves a terrific game, and you got to give Humber a lot of credit. They have scratched and clawed their way back into this game. Their defense creating some problems in that top-notch offense that Waterloo runs, and just creating the turnovers. 10 turnovers here in the second half and overtime, and that's been, and then the execution when push comes to shove, not forcing the issue. That time Downey getting a great look on the right side off the little flare screen. Good execution by the Hawks.
Let's see what kind of set play Waterloo comes out with. Monkley left open. He's going to go down and pull up, and he finds nothing but net.
I like his game. Just economical, doesn't force the issue, doesn't need a lot of dribbles, just takes what the defense gives him. He's got a sweet lefty stroke.
14 points on 6 of 10 shooting tonight for Mr. Monkley and his Monkleys. Downey from downtown rattles in and out. Sir crashing hard, and it looked like he batted it out of bounds.
Exactly. We're gonna have a little discussion here, the officials. I like this though. They're gonna huddle up, make sure they get it right.
Sir came flying through and looked like he deflected the ball out of bounds, and the officials are on top of it, and that is the right call.
Well, you know, good defense here, McGinnis. And that ball is hit off blue that time. You're right. And the key thing is, I like the fact the officials huddle up. It's a team. You know what? There's 5 on a hoop team. There's 3 on the officiating team, and just make sure you get it right.
McGinnis tried to cut hard down into the blocks. And they're gonna call Monkley for a hold, actually, as he tried to free McGinnis up.
Monkley called for the foul inside. Trying to set a hard screen. Called a moving screen that time. You know, I tell you what, you got to let them play there because they've allowed that the whole night.
Yeah, McGinnis wanted to go to work on the smaller Downey. Denny now trying to work his way around that perimeter extension, which has been very effective for Waterloo on Shane Denny tonight. Sir now on the outside. Gives it to Bagay. Bagay on Coatsworth. Nice. Powerful move inside. Went straight up.
4 on the shot clock that time. Beautiful jump hook.
Gives Humber a 1-point lead. Waterloo trying to answer.
Humber's smelling it right now. Look at him extending their defense, Scott.
DeArmon works his way around 2 defenders, but not the third. August says, get it out. Big defensive series there for Humber.
Humber, as we've gone along here, they've taken the defensive intensity up to another level. How about that help that time on a drive by John?
August to Downey, wide open for 3 again. Can't bury this one, though. Big offensive board for Bagay. He's going to get called for a walk, and he doesn't like it much.
Good aggressive play, though. Bagay really crashing the boards, claiming he was grabbed.
Yeah, he waited over 43 minutes to impress you with his persistence inside, but now he's starting to get it done.
Well, he was aggressive early in the game offensively, but now he's really gone after it on the backboards.
Look at the physical style of defense now. Both teams not wanting to give an inch. Sovereign out to Monkley. Gonna wind it down to the baseline, pulls up, can't get it to go. Coatsworth crashes hard, creates a second chance for McGinnis, who buries the little glass job there.
Scott, that time it was Coatsworth flying through the air, just keeping it alive, and McGinnis finishing it off.
And Coatsworth, after a couple mental mistakes, has really stepped up his game.
Yeah, he sure has, you're right.
And not necessarily in the scoring department. 37 seconds to go here. Shot clock down to 14 for Humber as they trail by 1. Downey now to August, wide open 3, and he knocks it down. 29 seconds to go here, and a 2-point lead for the Hawks. Tom Kieswater wants a timeout, and we talked about him. He was the guy who's quietly been getting it done, and his shooting has been unbelievable tonight. 8 of 11.
I like his game. He just lets it come to him, doesn't force the issue. That time presented with a clean look at the top of the key, and he sticks it.
Yes, he did. That could be the dagger.
I mean, he just takes his time, sets his feet. He's got a great shooting stroke, fundamentally sound, and you know what I like about him too, he's cool. I mean, he's a cool customer. Doesn't show any emotion out there, just highly skilled, and does it within the concept of what the team's trying to get accomplished.
Leading scorer for Humber with 19 points, second leading scorer in the game. He has been very, very big tonight. as we mentioned, 8 of 11, so efficient, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And that one, you saw him kick his head back a little there because it rattled around for a second.
Hey, shooter's bounce, though.
You got it.
You know, now if you're Mike Cates here in this huddle, I mean, your defense has really gotten you back into this game, and you got to continue to feed off of it. No silly fouls here. And make sure, whatever you do, you give help side, because Waterloo does such a great job away from the ball, setting screens, and you can't get too caught up in that and forget about giving help where it's needed on the ball. And on the flip side, if you're Waterloo, they've done a great job after timeouts, running some good stuff. Come right at them, run your set play, get a quick score.
The key this time, don't turn the ball over like they did at the end when they had a chance to get that last shot off. Sovereign, double team, out to DeArmon, who is fouled on the outside by Haugas. He's going to go to the line for 3.
Well, what they do, they go inside to their best player, Sovereign, and then what happens is the defense converges. The help was just way too aggressive, and now you leave a shooter. I mean, DeArmon has played so well tonight, and they leave him.
Third time tonight we've seen a guy get fouled beyond the arc in the act.
DeArmon, 15 points in this game.
And he can't hit the first.
Both here now.
We'll see what kind of mental toughness DeArmon has.
Waterloo, by the way, if they don't tie this game up, they have 2 fouls to give.
Excellent point, DeArmon.
Now they're going to have to give some fouls here because obviously the big play right here is going to be offensive rebounding.
Time to clutch up for DeArmon. He still needs to make this one to make it a closer game. Knocks down number 3. Unfortunately, it was only 1 of 3 if you're a Waterloo fan.
You got to give 2 fouls before they're even in the bonus.
17.6 seconds remain on the clock. 72-71 for the Humber Hawks.
Go for the steal here. They'll go for the 5 count. Go for the steal.
Whose hands do you get the ball in here if you're Humber?
You want obviously that man right there. You can shoot your free throws.
Great job to get it into Sir and right back. Didn't go to sleep on the baseline after he inbounded the ball, Hawkins.
Gotta give another one now.
15.5 remain. They got a couple seconds off.
And shortness here too. You got to come meet your pass. Shorten the distance between the passer and the receiver. 2-hand catches. Nothing fancy.
And do not give up that breakaway. Nice. Denny now. Right. He'll see if he can make his free throws. It'll still be a 1-possession game if they can get it to that point, because we're only at 16 fouls now.
But give Waterloo credit. They've fouled, and not a lot of time has come off the clock. So they're getting, now here's where it happens right here. Get the 5 count, go for the deflection, steal, if not, quick foul.
Downey now with the ball. He is fouled right away by McGinnis. 3 fouls and only 4.6 seconds came off the clock.
And here's the thing for Waterloo. It preserves the ability as well. It's still a 1-possession game. Even if Downey makes both these free throws, Scott, you're still in a position, 1-possession game. And now if you're Mike Cates, if you do make both free throws and a clock works its way down, do you give the foul to prevent the 3-point shot, or do you let him play it out?
Well, he's shown us he knows how to play chess at this tournament.
Yeah, and a lot of it in this game.
Downey hits the first, and we'll go back to the line for a second in the 1-and-1.
Now if it's, you know, and now if you're Waterloo, if he makes his free throw, do you go 2 for 1 here, go for the quick score, or do you set up for the 3? In my opinion, you go for the quick score, and you play the foul game, go 2 for 1. Plenty of time.
2 big shots by Downey, who has been clutch after taking that wrap to the head earlier.
Mike Cates calls timeout here. Humber, 3-point lead. A lot of times you say as a defensive coach, you don't want to give the offense the opportunity to set up, but here's a situation now where you've got to go over with your team now from a defensive standpoint. Hey guys, they could utilize a 3-point shot. We got to switch all screens. Our defense has got to be exceptional above the arc, as well as the fact if they drive it, don't give help right here. Play the guys straight up, close out on shooters. If they're going to drive it, give up the 2. It's got to be a contested 2, but don't foul and put them at the line. And on the flip side, if you're Waterloo, you got to take the quick 2 if you can, foul again, go 2 for 1.
Their numbers on the night from three-point range, 41.7%. They've shot the ball pretty well from downtown, Waterloo has. Their free throw shooting is what's let them down. 57.1 for a team that normally shoots very well from the line.
You know, and they've gotten to the line 21 times, Scott, and Humber's only gotten there 11 times. So they've done the right things getting there, but down the stretch, it's really killed them.
Yeah, and it's been their bread and butter. As we mentioned, 3 guys on the season in the regular season shooting over 83%, and to drop to 51% tonight, really a bit of a letdown.
Well, you know, sometimes, too, you're playing a tournament, 3rd game in 3 nights, and fatigue a lot of times rears its ugly head at the free throw line.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, these guys know they're on TV, and sometimes that's an exciting thing, but sometimes it's also a nerve-wracking thing. Sovereign inbound with 13 seconds to go. It's going to be DeArmon. They're going to go for a 3-ball here as they walk it up the court. Who are they going to free up? Monkley coming around hard. Sovereign going to take it. Draws front iron. Coatsworth fighting for the ball, but Sir grabs it. Time runs out, and the Humber Hawks, the only college team in this tournament, are going to walk away with all the hardware here at Kerr Hall.
What a terrific win for Humber, finding a way to pull it out. Good job defending on that screen. Opportunity. Sovereign had a pretty good look, just came up a little bit short. Terrific game. Entertaining, Scott.
They knock off 2 top-ranked teams in Canada. They now knock off Waterloo, who had played so exceptional to get here. We'll now take you live to Denver, the mile-high city where the Raptors will be taking on the Denver Nuggets. Thank you for tuning in here. The Humber Hawks, your champions here in the 13th annual DeArmon Memorial Tournament.